Iraqi again, everyone. Sort of running out of time. I'll just say a few words. It's wonderful that we have this celebration in India to honor our brothers and our sisters and to celebrate the love that we share and the loyalty and the selflessness of the relationship between brother and sister. And it's nice also on the spiritual path to take the bigger picture, the longer term picture, and of course realize that we're not just celebrating this particular birth family, this particular birth relationship, but we're celebrating the love and the loyalty and the selflessness to all our brothers and sisters all over the world for all incarnations, not just this one moment in time. I was thinking how that chant, from joy I came, for joy I live, and in sacred joy I melt again. That's why we are born. That's why we incarnate. And if we think of this incarnation as, for living in joy, for giving joy, for sharing joy with each other, we are living according to the Dharma of this incarnation. Unfortunately, so many of us take this particular role, this particular lifetime too seriously, and we forget that actually we're souls that have incarnated to play this particular role so that we can get it right, so that we can learn how to perfect our love for one another. But sometimes we get caught up and we think, no, the reason for this incarnation is so that I can control others or tell my kids what to do, or blame my brother for this, or yell at my sister for this, or be so attached to my brother, what would happen to me if something, if he were to go away. And so somehow we get so caught up in our roles that we're playing right now, that we forget the bigger picture, and that our true reason for being born is just to learn how to love perfectly, to love unconditionally, to love selfishly, without attachments, without desires for them to do anything, without expectation of them to do anything. There's these two divine forces in the cosmos. One is divine love, pulling us closer and closer to that infinite, eternal love that we're all seeking. And then that is that other force pulling us in the opposite direction, into separation, into division, into disharmony. And then divine love's just trying to pull us into harmony, to love, to soul friendship. And so this battle is going on all the time. And, the love that flows through us, which was just the affirmation we just did, that love that flows through us can express itself in so many different forms. The mother expresses the love in a motherly way. The father expresses in a fatherly way. The brother, brotherly. And yet it's not those roles that define the love that flows through us. That force of divine love flowing through us is filtered by the consciousness that it flows through, and then it gives it its expression. For like air going through a desert cooler, if that filter is dirty and old and moldy, the air will smell terrible. But if it's clean and new and that air blows through it, it's fresh. So we want that force of divine love, when it flows through us, to express beautifully. That force of love flowing through a father, going through the consciousness of a father, may express itself as motherly love. If that consciousness is compassionate, forgiving, tender. The force of love flowing through a mother may express itself as a friend to her child. And the force of love flowing through a lover, instead of being jealous or attached, that love may express as divine love, like love for Krishna, love for God. So we want to work on our consciousness, our filter. When love flows through us, as it will, how will it express itself? So we want it to express itself unconditionally, divinely. And we want to see each other In the very highest light, we can see each other. This is true brotherhood. This is true soul friendship, is only wanting perfection for our brothers and sisters, for our spiritual family. And that we give of ourselves as a gift in selfless giving to each of us here, whether we know each other's personality or not, whether we're from the same birth family or not. We are all walking towards God together. We are sharing our love for God together. And when we're together, we help build up that divine friendship. We help express the divine love that the gurus express to us. Because spiritual family and soul friendship is free. It's not compelled by birth family or by past karma. It's given of our hearts freely to each other. And it's God's way of calling us back to divine love, giving each other these soul friendships, this spiritual family. It's God's way of calling us back. Because when we're having spiritual relationships, we don't see each other as genders necessarily or with these fixed roles. We see soul qualities in each other of divine love, of divine peace, of calmness, of beings of light. This is what we see in each other, and this is what we can hold up for each other. And so Master Yoganandaji has told us that the highest relationship is soul friendship, because it's so freely given. And so what is the highest soul friendship? What kind of friendship did Krishna give Arjuna? All Krishna wants is to liberate Arjuna, is for him to be free. Christ and his disciples. What did Christ want for his disciples? They were calling him master. He was calling them friend. You're my friend. And as friends, we have the same interests. We have the same goals, the same ideals. We're walking this path to God together. And our gurus for us. In God's Boatman, Yogananda says, I will come back 1 trillion times if need be, if one stray brother is left behind. He's our big brother. And he wants to bring us to God. That kind of love that they have for us is the kind of love that we should have for each other and are aspiring to have for each other. And that is the very purest love. And that love lasts incarnations. It lasts eternally. Because the more we develop that pure, divine, selfless love that flows through us, the more we come to the consciousness of the gurus, of the great ones. And their spiritual family is very, very big. Is very big. And they are a magnetic force in the cosmos. They come again and again, and they have disciples. Those disciples come together. They're reincarnated again to do the work of their masters, to share this divine love on the planet and throughout the universe, not just this planet, but all over the universe. And so as the eons pass, that spiritual family grows, and that magnetic force, like a star, just creates so much gravitational pull and pulls to it truth-seeking souls that are seeking their purpose in life, souls that are seeking that divine love. And so Yoganandaji's family, I don't have to tell you, it's a worldwide family with millions of souls. But we are part of that family. And so we have all, as individuals, been attracted to our guru. His magnetic pull has drawn us. His divine love has drawn us into a guru-disciple relationship with him. And yet, his divine love has pulled us together as a family. And our whole family also, whether it's having satsang or spiritual fairs or kirtans or Janmashtami, whatever we do together, we are a large magnetic pull, if nothing else, here in Delhi. but we know as individuals that we are also pulling our family, we're pulling our friends. Every time we remain at peace and all of them are reacting, we attract them. They look at us as an example and say, I want to be calm like them. And when we offer our divine love and our divine friendship unconditionally to others, they also are attracted by that divine love. So they can be attracted to the magnetic force of love that the gurus, that God is emanating into the cosmos. And we are channels of that love. And so, as brothers and sisters here today, let's just remember that our goal is to play the role of our guru. We are to be those channels of that eternal, divine, selfless, unconditionally loving force of love to each other. And like Swamiji did to all of us, see each other in the highest. And we can become and have the same type of infinite divine love that we were created to have, that we were born to manifest, that we were born to become. So from divine love we came, for divine love we live, in sacred love we melt again. That's the Dharma, the highest duty of each of us. We may have lesser duties, but remember Krishna said, when a higher duty comes in front of a lesser duty, the higher duty is the one we need to follow. So the highest love is always the answer and is always our direction and choice in life until we become one like them. God bless you.